Hi, I'm Mike. Welcome back to Our Wyoming Life, where we like to explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. And today we are definitely doing that as we continue your Choose Your Own Adventure Saturday episode from last week, where you guys got to choose what project we were going to be doing today. And what you guys came up with was the windbreak for the A-team over in the feedlot. It's going to be interesting. Let's just put it that way. And I'm glad that you decided to come along today on Our Wyoming Life. All right, gang, we are going to get started today by heading over to the feedlot, which is across the road. We're going to be taking a look and really kind of walking through what we're going to do. We're going to see if my plan and implementation actually work well together. I have a feeling they're not going to, but you never know. Things have worked better in the past. So we are going to be building a windbreak for the A-team steers. As winter starts to hit, we get a lot of north winds here in the ranch. This windbreak will protect them so that they're not putting as much energy into staying warm, and they can put more energy into making hamburger and steaks and roasts and all that good stuff. So we're going to run over on the four-wheeler and take a look and see what we're dealing with. Get rid of that so you can see it. There we go. Finishing school. All right, so we talked about it last week, last Saturday, and the reason that we're doing this is because we have two different teams here in the feedlot. These animals that are in the feedlot, they're about 800 pounds. When they come in here, by the time they leave, they're about 1,200 pounds. And we have two sides. So we have the A side, which is way over there. We're going to take a look at them in just a second. And this is the B side. Now, the B team has a shed. We're in it right now. And they can get in here and they can get out of the weather, although it is a little breezy today. They can get in here, get out of the weather, be able to hide out, whatever else they need to do. The A team, unfortunately, who live on this side of the fence, don't have the same luxury. They have basically no shelter from the wind or the snow or anything else. And we are going to fix that problem today. And the way we're going to do it is basically I want to build them a shed at some point, roof, sides, everything. But for right now, what we're going to do is actually put up a windbreak, which is just a single panel that will keep the wind from just whipping through that corral. The wind obviously can cause all kinds of problems for the cattle, especially when it comes to cold weather. And I think the wind's going to cause some problems for us today too, because it turns out it's just a little bit breezy out here. And what we're going to be doing is moving this giant panel here. It's about 20 feet long, all tin. It has a metal structure on the back we'll take a look at. But we are going to be moving this into where the A-team is. And then we are going to attach this to the existing fence and probably have to do some bracing of some sort. This thing is not light. It's at least a few hundred pounds, and as you can tell, it's big and awkward. So getting it in there is going to be a little bit of a trick, but the one thing we have to do first is actually get the cows out, which means we're going to sneak back in here into the B-team area. All of them are here waiting for us like we have food or something. Hi, guys. Hi. We want to put, there's 4 cows in here, there's 6, so there's 10 cows in here, all the other 10 steers. We want to put them all inside, we want to put them all inside the shed, and we're going to put up a panel to keep them from coming out. So first, I guess I better grab my panel. Excuse me. Hi. Hello. Hi. Yeah. Okay. I really don't need to kiss you. No, that is unwanted physical contact. Oh, yeah. Okay. Excuse me, kiddo. I've got a panel over here laying down in the dirt that's been walked over and run over so many times that it's not even funny. But I think we can utilize this panel if I can get it out of the dirt. And I don't need your help. I really don't need your help. I'm sorry, but I don't need your help. Hi. Okay. Let's see if I can get this panel stood up. Oh my gosh. It is in there. You want to help me out? Actually, you know what might be easier? Let's flip it the other way, where we can actually get a handhold. There we go. And we'll just use it upside down. Okay. Get it set up here so that it's ready to go once we get everybody in here. Obviously, we don't need the cows' help. Not much help they would be either way. And we've got a little bit of a tricky situation. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get it through the gates. That might be the tricky part. I'm not really sure how long it is. I think it's 20 feet, the panel, but it might be a little shorter, which might make things a little bit easier. But before we get that far, we got to get these guys out of here. Come on. Let's go. Luckily, we know who's who and who's supposed to be where, so mixing them up isn't that big of a deal. And they're happy to go inside. Get in there. Come on. Go inside the shed. You too. Everybody in. They listen so well. Okay, now we can pull our panel across and block this out so they can't come and see what we're doing, hopefully. You guys stay. Hoping nobody knocks that down. Really quickly, I don't have a tape measure on me, so I'm gonna pace off this gate. I think it's a 16-foot gate. This is the gate we're gonna be coming through. I'm just gonna pace it off really quick. Well, 6 paces, whatever that is. And let's go pace off our panel to see if it's gonna fit through there. I kinda don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's not gonna fit through that gate. But if there's nothing we know, it's how to finagle something. I like that word, finagle. That's a fun word to say. All right. Let's go. I'm not going to lift that thing up. So let's go get the skid steer, bring it over here, and we're going to work on getting this thing into where it's supposed to be. The word of the day, finagle. Hey, kitty, kitty. Do you know how to finagle? I bet you do. All right, skid steer is here in the sale barn waiting for us. We're gonna run across the road. We've kind of got to take the long way around because there's really no easy way to get in there. So we're gonna take the long way around and see if we can move that panel. Again, the wind is blowing a little bit, and of course it's blowing from the north. So this might cause a little bit of a problem, but I think I have a plan. If we can get this thing moved in there, set up where it's supposed to be, my plan is to use some straps and go around the fence posts that are there. But one of the things that we really do need to take a look at is if the fence posts that are there are strong enough to hold up this entire panel. When you're looking at, you know, that's something that size and that much wind could be blowing against it, I don't want the whole fence to come down. And that might be a little problem solving that we've got to take care of. Off to our right here, you can see a bunch of steers. These guys are waiting for their opportunity in the feedlot. I'm going to jump out here really quick because I'm going to close this gate just in case the A team or the B team decide to escape. I don't want them mixing up with the rest of the steers that are out here that we're waiting to grow up a little bit. So I'm going to get this closed and have no strap to close it. There's usually a strap here. I don't know where it went, but we do have some twine here, so that'll work. All right, shouldn't open now. Of course, if anybody really pushes on it hard, they're gonna snap it, but I don't think they will. Okay, so our panel is right down this way. We're gonna go see if we can grab it. Time for us to get down to brass tacks here, people. See what we can do. Okay, well that worked. Now, let's see if we can move this, kind of. You ever start doing something and you realize this might be a little sketchy? I'd say this is about 75% sketchy. It doesn't quite want to balance on there very well on the forks, but I think we can make this happen. Swing around the corner here to that gate, the one that I paced off. Might be 12 feet, might be 16 feet, I don't know. I'm guessing 16. But I know this thing is larger than 16 feet, so getting it through this gate is going to be a little trick. As you watch me do this, I hope that I have the clearance with the skid steer to be able to get up and over the fence. I'm really going to be watching this right side over here by the shed to make sure I don't run it into the shed, but like I said, it's really tippy, so we're gonna see if we can get this done without breaking anything. We're gonna get it. Look at that. In we go. All right. Let's not spoil the streak. Let's take it over into the other corral. Would take is one really good gust of wind, and you and I and the corral and the cows and everybody would have a very bad day. Again, one really good gust of wind and we are going to have a horrible day. That should rest on the gate, or on the fence. We're just going to slowly bring this down. Then push this in so it's standing. Oh, I hit a post. I want to push this in a little bit more so it's standing straight up and down. Oh, where are we? Oh, we're pretty dang close. I bet you I can wiggle that around a little bit. That work. Okay, so we're up against the post. This one needs to move just a little bit, but that's not a big deal. I think I can do that with straps. Because now what I want to do is get some straps around it so I can get the skid steer back. And then we're going to look at how we're going to get this attached to this. Or we can just leave the skid steer parked here forever. Actually, you know what? It's not a half bad idea to leave the skid steer here. Not forever, but why go get straps to strap this whole thing up just so I can pull the skid steer away when I can just leave it here and get this whole thing bolted up. So I've got a drill, got a impact, and I've got bolts, and I've got nuts, and I've got washers, and now we're just gonna attach it to the fence. Once again, my hope here is that I'm not building a giant kite. I do not want this thing to take off on us, but I do want it to stay in place. This fence is pretty dang rigid. I think it's gonna work. So we're gonna try sinking a couple bolts through here. First of all, I got some bolts, but I hope they're long enough. Oh, they're gonna be close. We'll find out. Rather than sit here and smoke through this bit, I'm actually going to clamp this so that it's tight where it needs to be up against the fence. Now this should be a lot easier. Oh, we're coming through the other side. Let's sneak around. And we'll just finish punching this out on the other side. And at least we can get one bolt in. So this is a cobalt bit. It's supposed to be, you know, like really good for this kind of stuff. But I hope I don't go through one bit on each hole, because this is going to take a while. Hey, there we are. Okay. All right, well, that's one down. Now you can see how this is going to lay in here. We're going to have to put bolts here, here, and over here, which I kind of missed. I think we can make it work still though. And then that should be able to hold this whole thing up. So, or at least that's my hope. Got these bolts. We're just going to put them right through. Look. Did it come through the other side? Yes. Okay. So let's put a washer on. Go with another washer. I don't think that's going to move. That's pretty dang strong. Okay. Now, let's do one on the other end. Okay, it's becoming super obvious that these drill bits are not very good. They're cobalt, but they're cheap ones, which means that I'm gonna have to go to the store and get some better ones. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let this sit tonight. The steers have already let themselves out, and they are locked all over here in the B team area where they can stay for the night as well. And tonight I'll go to the store, I'll buy some new bits that are hopefully better. What's better than cobalt? Titanium? I don't know. But we'll find something that'll get through this pipe, finish getting this thing bolted up, and then button up this project. So stick around. There's more on the way on Our Wyoming Life. Well, that was fast. There we go. Okay, back around to the other side. Not exactly lined up. Pretty close though. For the record, this oil field pipe is a lot harder to drill through than I thought it was going to be. Okay, now it should be secure. Now the only thing left to do is back the skid steer away. Hopefully it stands up. I'm gonna have to go to town and get some better bits, and then we should be golden. We're gonna get the skid steer out of here and let the steers over and see what they think. I'm guessing we're gonna kind of have to do this all at once here. We're gonna open up this gate. Hey guys. Again, the A team and the B team are mixed up. We're gonna have to sort them out. But for right now, we can grab the skid steer and back away from our panel. So this brings us to the end of our choose your own adventure, but is it really the end? Because no, I want to build sides on this and eventually a roof, but for right now, just having the windbreak here will help them immensely. Like I said, I've got a few more bolts to get put into it, but that's not that big of a deal. The dang thing is pretty sturdy. It's not really going to go anywhere. And I'm pretty happy with it. For what it is, quick and easy fix, but you know, standing right here, wind. Stand over here, Well, there's wind because the wind's coming out of the wrong direction. But for the north winds, this thing will work just fine. So as we come to the end of our Choose Your Own Adventure for this Saturday, thank you very much for hanging out with me. Turn to page 73 to read your ending, which I'm sure is going to be great. And we'll see you next time on Our Wyoming Life. I gotta remember which cows go where. I know I've got it written down somewhere.